how's it going? My name is Lynn and I am a second year University of Guelph student. I hope that you're doing really well and I hope that you find enjoyment out of this video that I'm going to shoot today. It's about the 4 must-do things that you need to get involved with when you come to the University of Guelph. So I think that this is a very important topic to discuss because as a first year, I thought, I don't need to be in a club. I can make my own friends. I don't need to be doing community service. There's so many other things that I want to do. Why would I give up a whole day to do that? So I want to just show you the importance of getting involved in those things, the enjoyment that you can get out of those things, and the benefits. Yeah, basically, I hope that after you watch this video, you are excited about the things that Guelph does to increase community involvement, and you're excited to participate and maybe even start making your own things to increase community involvement, like making your own clubs at Guelph. So number one, of course, is getting involved with clubs. For every single major on campus, there is a club. I am a management, economics, and finance major, and there is a MIFSA club. Management, Economics, and Finance Student Association, MIFSA Lang, woo woo. And that club is really important in highlighting community experiences that will be beneficial to me as a business student, like networking. As a science student, if you're involved in one of the science clubs, there's a lot of events that are more research-based, or there's things you can put on your resume that's going to get you into grad school. Like, of course, being in a club is going to make your resume more attractive, but the experiences that you have in that club are the things that are really going to put you over the top, and the things you can talk about in interviews that are going to make that employer take a second look at your resume. And even though you are working towards those things for your resume, it's important to understand that you're also doing it for you now. Like, you can't always live in the future. You can't always be doing things to put them on your resume. At some point, you're gonna get a job. And then what? You just have a bunch of experiences that you just did to get them on your resume? No. You want to be doing things that interest you, that excite you, that make you happy to be at the University of Guelph, because why are you choosing a specific university over any other? It's because of the experience that that university offers to you. There's plenty of places that I could go to get a business degree, and no one would know the difference, really. I would have a bachelor's in business, and that would be it. But I'm coming to Guelph because I know that there's experiences here that I can't get at other universities. And those come from things like the clubs, things like specific courses that Guelph offers, and the program setup. So it's very important to put yourself out there and get involved in those clubs. Even if you start off by applying to 5 or 6 clubs and you only end up staying in 1 or 2, it's still important to make those connections and see if you want to be involved in that type of thing. See if that's interesting to you and have those experiences that are fun and fulfilling. A story that I can share about a club that I wasn't even in. There was the Ontario Veterinary Students Club, OVSC, and they had a trip planned to the Toronto Zoo with an exclusive backstage rhino experience. So I got to pet a rhinoceros at the Toronto Zoo because I saw a poster in the University Center, and I told my friends, hey, let's go to the zoo with the Veterinary Students Club. And we did, and we got to pet rhinos, and we got an amazing day at the zoo, made a lot of cool friends in the agriculture programs. And yeah, I didn't even have to be involved in that club. I didn't even have to be a member, but the clubs offer so many cool things, cool experiences that you can get involved with on and off of campus. The next thing that I will talk about is near and dear to my heart, and that is your residence community. So I am a cluster leader on campus, which is like the academic version of an RA. If you have any problems as a first year student with your classes, or you need help with an assignment, I hope that you would come to me. I am the commerce cluster leader this year, and I really value the experience that I had with my cluster leader as a first year, as well as with my RA and in my residence community. There was a lot going on that I wouldn't have done if I didn't have the courage or the encouragement from my cluster leader or my RA. And I think that it's very important to establish that connection because you can get so many things. Like, I have this job because I was connected well with my cluster leader in my first year. And I have so many other opportunities because I am a cluster leader now that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't made friends with my cluster leader in first year. And then the cluster leader gets to see all of her students. They know about everyone's interests as much as you will tell them, and they can connect you with people they think you'll be friends with. So if you're having trouble finding your people when you come to university, it's very important to let your RAs and let your cluster leader know, because they know everyone and they can help you find your people that will be interesting and stimulating to talk to, that will be on the same level in terms of what they want to do on a Friday night. Like, sometimes you're just in a place where you're not with the right people and you feel like you're not having the best experience because your goals for university aren't matching the activities that you're doing. So yeah, I think that the second most important thing to get involved with after clubs is your residence community. And if you aren't in your residence in the on-campus residence community, there's a great off-campus residence community. I know, especially with the pandemic, we have a lot of students who live off campus, and there's a ton of resources for them, there's a ton of events for them, and there's a ton of people out there to meet. It's very important to make friends in university because it'll make everything more enjoyable. Even if these aren't friends for life, it's so much more fun to sit with a friend on a Friday night and watch Netflix than it is to sit alone in your room and feel like nobody cares about you and feel dejected. So yeah, if you are struggling making friends, talk to your RAs and get involved with your community. The third thing that I will talk about is Project Serve. So University of Guelph does this really cool thing once a semester. It's called Project Serve. And Project Serve is a day or a week of continued service to a group in the community. So for example, in the fall of my first year, we went to a farm. There's about 20 or 30 of us. There's about 500 students that participate in Project Serve every time it's offered. And you're all split into little groups. You can be split with friends, or you can be split like as your own person. I recommend doing it with friends because then you already know some people. But we did make a lot of new acquaintances while we were helping out. Anyway, so you're split into small groups and you're all assigned to a local charity or business or nonprofit that needs our help or wants to encourage community involvement. So for example, I went to a farm with a bunch of my friends from first year. We wanted to do something that was outside, but there are inside options as well. And we harvested beets on an organic farm outside of Guelph. It was a really fun event, and I got to see another side of Guelph that without a car I wouldn't have seen. And it was a very fun day. It was a change of pace from doing academic things all the time. And then in my winter semester that year, we went to I don't remember the name of the company, maybe the Green Initiative. It's like a nonprofit organization that is working on reforesting Guelph, Wellington County, because they believe that that is the way to fight climate change. And it was really cool. They grow the trees from seed, and then they package them to be sent to locations to be planted. So we were helping package trees that day, which sounds crazy, but we were packing trees. And it was really fun to get to talk to that person that's so passionate about their idea, and they just needed some more help with getting their product out there in the world. So yeah, projects are a great thing to put on your resume, but also really fun activity to do when you're getting burnt out on academics. And it's always conveniently right in the middle of the semester, so it'll get you over that hump of trying really hard to get all of your best grades that you possibly can, and it's just not working out. It's always really refreshing. So yeah, Project Serve is definitely a good event to do with friends or by yourself to refresh yourself academically and get on the right foot again. It'll be encouraging, it'll be inspiring. A lot of the people that you talk to in Project Serve are really inspired individuals, and it's going to carry over into you as you continue your semester. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about today is not really something that's super tangible and not super obvious when you first think about it, but I want you to get involved with the campus itself. So if you live on campus or you come to campus, it's very important to appreciate why you came here. Especially for me, I'm an international student. I do not have to be coming here, and in the pandemic, I've been questioning all the time whether it's just easier for me to go home and do it all online. But I really do appreciate and get a lot of enjoyment from being on campus. And so I think that it's important every once in a while to just go walk through campus and appreciate Johnston Green, appreciate all the cool buildings that you can see every day. Just sit by the cannon and watch the people go by. It's really exciting and invigorating to be on campus, especially at Guelph. There's so many cool things going on all the time, and it's important to remind yourself that it is necessary for you to be here if you choose that route. Like, obviously you can learn online and still get a great education from Guelph, but if you want the Guelph experience, I highly recommend coming to campus and also appreciating the campus while you can. You only have a few short years here, and especially with the pandemic, there's very limited opportunities for us to experience things the way that they're meant to be experienced. So I say just get involved with your physical space on campus at the University of Guelph. You won't regret it. It'll make you excited to be here. It always leaves me with a feeling of inspiration at the end of my walk, and I'm excited to log back into CourseLink and keep doing my economics homework. It's ridiculous, but it does happen every single time that I make an effort to appreciate campus. So I hope this video is really helpful to you if you are a prospective student looking to come to Guelph, or if you find this video in your first year at Guelph. These are some of the things that I think are most important for you to get involved with. There are obviously a million other things that I could say, like research as a science student, or co-op programs, or specific courses that I could talk about in business. It's just all up to you, and these are just some guidelines that I think will set you up for some really good success in your first year. Please check out my video that I posted last week, which was about my favorite things about the University of Guelph, and check out my others. I have a room tour, I have what I eat at the University of Guelph, and I'm sure there will be many more after I post this one. So hopefully you find something interesting and engaging, and it helps you envision your life here as a University of Guelph student. That's my goal. That's what I watched when I was planning on coming, when I was applying to Guelph. I loved watching vlogs and sit-down content about everyone's favorite things, everyone's perspective. Of course, this is only my perspective. You might have completely different thoughts when you come here, but yeah, I hope that this was helpful to you, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.